Hey everyone, Mherex here, bringing you another video. This is going to be my preview on Rey Mysterio, Raphael. So Raph is my favorite turtle. He's the angry one. He's impulsive. Um, you know, he's kind of like I feel like he's kind of like the protector, but with a temper of the group. Anyway, and Rey I don't like as a wrestler at all. Never have. He's amazing, but he's not my flavor. So it's funny because my favorite turtle, least favorite wrestler, not least favorite wrestler, but very not favorite wrestler. So let's see how this kind of combines. He's a chaotic powerhouse, new gen. Um, yeah. I'm going to try and keep my thoughts till the end. That may be difficult. He has the Turtles Link, any color move that deal damage will deal 75% more. New gen, gems do 10% more damage. The stock Raphael gear. He's a coach. To me, this is the best part about him, and I don't use power gems, nor am I likely to use power gems, even with this coach. They don't fit my playstyle. Generally, lots of clicks, have to touch the board in a way, usually that breaks gems. So not you do need to touch the board in a way that breaks gems, so that's always a chance to cascade. So there's not a power gem guy I would use even with this coach. But if you're a power gem enjoyer, and there's lots of you out there like Striker Batista, Hall of Fame DDP, Bam Bam, this coach is amazing if you're wanting to run power gems. Like, this is your guy for coaching, you'll want him for that. That is by far the best part about him. Strap, we're going to start out with this red move damage strap, 50% move damage, fury, takedown twos, red move damage metal. Rey has only one universal move set, really. And when I say universal, I mean that is going to always work on any character. Otherwise, he has a defensive killer, and he has a focused killer. Defensive, there's no real good person I can go on the road to show you. They're all lower level, etc., etc. So I'll do the next best thing. I'll go against somebody that's not turn 1 and is gold. But the Terrapin Spin, 6 MP Juggernaut move, 586k damage. Choose a 3x1 area to make into 2 turn Juggernaut gems. That will increase your red MP on every countdown and increase your red move damage by 78% at the end of the countdown. Ninja Grit, 530k damage, increase your move dodge chance by 50% for 1 turn. If opponent's style is defensive, first deal 1.4 million and increase your move dodge chance by 50%. So if you go against a defensive character, they're not going to be able to hit their moves on you. And basically how it works is you drop this turn 1, you hit this, they try to use their moves on you, they can't. Then turn 2, it fills these 2 up again, and then you can hit your finisher on turn 2. Which is 2 million damage, and it's a 1-turn skip turn. Don't get super excited by the skip turn. We have a powerhouse that's 10 MP that has a 2-turn skip turn in Braun Strowman, so don't get super excited by that 1 turn yet, alright? Entourage for this one. You could start with all the moves loaded turn 1, but the finisher wouldn't be loaded after the buff. You would get the stun, but it only loads 6 MP on the Juggernauts for some reason. I don't know why they only wanted to load 6 MP, but they do. So we're going to try and get enough move damage to make a difference. We're just going to start with these 2. We're going to assume you're only using this against a defensive player or somebody not loaded. And I will show you what this looks like. Alright, so the moves, we have 3.2 million here, 2.9 million here, and 12 million on the finisher. Now, if they were defensive, this would also do 8 million on the Ninja Grit. So that would do like 11 million total, 23 million, and then another 3. So like 26 million. That's not going to scale up at gold. Move damage doesn't really scale up at about 10%, right? So your gameplay loop, when 99 MP is gone, you would drop your Juggernaut gems. You would hit this against a defensive person, and then you would dodge their moves if they were charged. And then you would take a swipe, right? Sammy isn't loaded, so that's great. Then you would gain 6 MP, which would fill the finisher and fill these again. Also buff your move damage. Not yet. It doesn't buff your move damage till the next turn, right? So then you put these down again. And we're doing 3 million, 3 million for 6 million. And then if you hit the finisher now, that would be great, except it won't be loaded next turn unless you get a yellow. It won't be loaded next turn. So you literally have to sit on this again. Luckily, we dodged. 50% chance to dodge, and we dodged. So we lucked out. Now we have the move damage buff, and we can hit for 10 million. And 10 million for 20. And now we can hit for 40 million with the finisher. Looks great, right? Against defensive, that'll be great, but it's also going to take some turns, right? It's going to take some turns. So what will that actually look like in feud with somebody that's loaded? Let's try it on BPP, who would be loaded in feud, and find out. Maybe we'll get lucky. Keep in mind, finisher wouldn't be loaded post 99 MP. We have a 50% dodge chance, so if we dodge his destroy move, we might not eat the sub. Maybe. Or if he cascades, we may not eat the sub. Let's find out. Hey, we dodged it! 50% chance, so we kind of lucked out there. But do keep in mind, if you hit your finisher here, there's no buff, and then you won't have it next turn. So you can either hit it here, and then stun for a turn and put it off, or, I mean, it's kind of 6 of this, half a dozen the other, right? So, you know what? Just because I think people will second guess me, I'm just going to go ahead and hit the finisher. 12 million damage. He's stunned. Great, it's our turn. You can see this shows you how it doesn't fill up. But maybe we'll dodge again and not get pinned. Because if we get pinned, guess what happens to our move damage? It goes bye-bye. Alright, didn't dodge there. Are we going to dodge the destroy? We did. So we are living dangerously, and it's paying off. But you can see it's also not super duper fast. Now the move damage is buffed. We'll do our 10 million and finish him. So I see lots of potential for frustration, at least for somebody like me, trying to use this moveset on anyone that's not defensive. Also, there's very few like impactful defensive characters. I rarely see defensive characters that I go up against. The big one would probably be Miz. Once in a while I see a Hall of Fame DDP, but almost never. Those are the two big ones that I see, though. So anyway, that's the defensive moveset. As you can tell, probably, I'm not a big fan. This is better because there's way more focused characters to go against. So this is your counter for focused people. We're going to switch the metal up to purple to take advantage of the focus part. Sammy, who we're up against, Zombie Sammy here, is focused. Of course, Ilya's focused. CM Punk is focused. Like, all the good techs are focused. Cody Rhodes Powerhouse is focused. So automatically, Regal's focused. There's just way more options at focus that you see in feud a lot. So this would be a much more betterer move set. Would be the focus killer one, and it's triple purple. But it doesn't come, it comes with its own set of issues too. Wicked Whirlpool, 747, these are all 6 MP. 747k damage, increase your purple move damage, 142% for 1 turn. Ninja Reflexes, deal 530k damage, increase your move dodge chance by 50% for 1 turn. Hardcore, if opponent's style is focused. First deal 1.4 million, and then get the dodge chance up to 100%. And then a Sewer Line, 1.2 million damage, increase your purple MP by 5. Entourage for this one is all the purplies. So we got Woods, KO, so you're started loaded, Hall of Fame Trish, and then Cody at 40%, Jade is Cargill's 30%, Gooker's 40%. There's some 10% options. So there's that. And let's go against Sammy, who is indeed focused. His moves don't start charged, though, so he's actually going to swipe and to start. But I will show you this one, the issue you may run into. sometimes you can struggle to get a pin. You can see move damage 4 million, 3 million, and 7 million, but we're going to hit the buff. And against a focus person, this goes up to 7 and 21, so that's 28 million. So now we've done 28 million to a focused. Sweet. And this is 17 more million. You can see we did about 50 million in one turn. But you can also see Sammy's not wiped yet, and strikers are the lowest health. And we still have to move the pin bar, right? Let's take a match swipe here. He's gonna swipe. Now he's done for. I don't want to get hit by his moves though, so let's just do this so we dodge his moves. And if we can manufacture a cascade, we can get the pin. But if we don't get a cascade, we don't get the pin. So now we have to sit through his move animations twice, or once because he didn't use them. And again, just in case we can't generate a pin, I have to hit this move for safety again. And don't know if we can generate a pin. We did. We got a cascade and got lucky. So that's his like optimal setup against a focused person. But you may struggle to get a pin. Again, not super duper fast, and it's very specific to only focus superstars. However, there are a lot more focus superstars. So I think that's significantly better than the defensive one. But what does that look like if you were to use it against a non-focused person? So can we use it often, or does it have to specifically be focused? Let's find out. Go back to BPP. This is probably going to be ugly, just a heads up. We can see we're going to do way less damage because we don't get the focus part, even though we have the buff. We're doing like about 20 million. Right? And now we have a 50% chance to dodge. Let's see if we luck out. Not there. This is the one we really want to dodge, though. Nope. He got us. Now, hopefully he pins us so we don't need a sub. Okay. You can see why this would be a problem in feud, yes? Okay, no purple or no reds on the board, which is great because that's what BPP loads with. However, I don't think I have a purple match, but all this glowing is hard for me to see. He's got a couple reds now. We probably will be okay here. Maybe. Looks like we're gonna be okay-ish. Keep this purple match, although it doesn't matter at this point. Let's get rid of these red, shall we? Okay. You can see we're doing really well here, although we are at silver, but again, keep in mind move damage doesn't scale up much. We're not going to hit that much harder. Yeah. And guess what's loaded? So hopefully we get lucky and dodge. There we go. We got the dodge that time. Excellent. Now we just need to get this pin. So now we're going to need a cascade to move the pin bar. We have one set up right here. The game is really supporting us. I love that. And let's see if we get it. Okay. Not quite. How about right meow? Yes. Okay, we're good. So that's what it'll look like against non-focused. You can see big problem. Anyway, my favorite moveset, and how often do you hear Mherex say this? It's his only universal one, is subs. It's a subset. You could do a super sub setup post 99 MP, and it would go for about 15 million a turn, or a cycle rather, and you'd have to sub, swipe, sub, swipe, sub, swipe, so it's not ideal. But it would be kind of doable. Let's go back against Sammy, because he doesn't start charged, and, you know, the game is the game. We're going to switch the strap for this one and go to a 50% gem damage strap. with all heart on it. All heart, in case you didn't know, whenever you make 3 or more submission gems, you do 100% more green and purple gem damage. This one we're going to blow up the board, so that is a good thing. So 50%, and then Fury 2's all heart. Entourage is this, and I suppose I should read the 2 moves to you that you don't know. The third move is kind of dealer's choice. Whatever you want. None of them are particularly effective, so far as I can tell. So if you were going in against the defensive guy, I would put Ninja Grid in. And if you were going against a focus guy, I would put Ninja Reflexes in. That's really how I would do it. But for Universal, and for the purpose of this video, I just put the finisher in, because, you know, it's a stun, why not? Entourage, oh yeah, so Mean Green Machine, 6 MP, 586k damage. Choose a 3x1 area to make into 2-turn Juggernaut gems. That will increase the damage of all your gems by 116% for 1 turn. And then increase your green MP by 2 at the end of the countdown. However, these are never going to be around anyway when you blow up the board, so kind of sort of worthless. You'll see what I mean. Surf's Up, submission gem, generate 39 random sub gems, do 860k damage 4 turns, remaining turn into Crossbreak, and then, you know, the finisher. So I don't like using these most of the time, because if you go down to 1 turn in feud, people that are loaded are loaded. 2 turns at least gives you the chance for them not to be loaded. Since it is a 4 turn, it gets it to 2 turns, so that's kind of perfect. Bianca, 75% more Crossbreak gems. And most of the gems theoretically will be Crossbreak, so it's basically like 75% to all the gem colors. Same thing with Andre, 100% to all the gem colors. If you have the Acolyte plate, you would also put the Acolyte Ultimate plate on right here for another 50%. And this is at silver. This is gem damage based. This will scale. But let's show it to you. It is a sub build, and it is my favorite build, so that should tell you something about the other 2 builds. If Mherex's favorite is a sub build. Of course, with sub builds, you get row break like that. You can get cascades. You can lose a bunch of stuff. But anyway, now you take your swipe, and let's see what happens to our impervious Juggernaut gems here. They go away. So you need to get the green match, but it did do 20 million, which is a substantial chunk. That would be 40 million at gold. So that's not bad, right? Not bad at all. And we easily reloaded it because there's low charge at 6 charge. So it just is kind of annoying when the Juggernaut gems don't stay. So, like, anyway, that's a me thing. It still works fine. At gold, it's probably usually going to be a 2-cycle win. And then let's do this one more time. You can see Juggernaut gems are gone again. 23 million that time. Boom, done. Winner. Okay, so now you've seen Ray. You've seen the good, the bad, the ugly, how I take it. The good is the coach, right? The coach is great. But if you're like me and you don't use power gems, and power gem people are slower than all your other people, it's really a non-factor other than for tours. But I would want the coach, so don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that. But to me, Ray feels like a really bad Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman basically does everything Ray does as a fighter, except way better. And at this point, Braun is over, like, what? Got to be like close to a year old or something, I think. Braun has a 10 MP 2-turn stun. He has a buff to 233% that doesn't require a sub or waiting a bunch of turns, and he blows up the entire board with his cross breaks. On top of it, with solo, you can do way more stuff with the countdowns. If you do want to run a sub build, it leaves 30 blast gems. You can put down countdowns, run the sub that leave multiply gems and blow up the board. Like, he's like just worse than Braun, I think, in every way other than the training ability. But Braun's trainer isn't that bad either. 2 yellow MP, 1 multiply gem. Granted, it's not 200% power gem damage, but to me, Ray is like Wish or Timu Braun Strowman. That 1-turn stun kills him on the red. If that was a 2-turn stun, or the Juggernaut gems actually filled up the finisher, that would probably change how I feel about him significantly. But as it is, he's like a worse Braun. Braun will stun and then blow up the board for like 40 million at gold. Stun on turn 1, blow up the board on turn 2, and you still have a turn of stun left. So yeah, I'm not a big fan of Ray, actually. The animations are cool and stuff, and I like him, but as an S tier character, that looks like he's going to be one of the harder turtles to get, the pretty big disappointment as far as I'm concerned. Like, as a fighter, to me he's completely unusable because he's not reliable. There's so many, uh, I feel like at least equally as good options and plenty of better ones. For example, Braun, Powerhouse Cody, Powerhouse Austin. But if I guess if you don't have any of those, Zombie Cody is better. Even without the gear, I like Zombie Cody more. Zombie Ray is better even without gear. So I think. I don't know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments. But like I said, Ray was my favorite turtle. Not Ray. Raphael is my favorite turtle. So this is one that I'm kind of a little bit bummed about, but it's fine. Not everyone needs to be great. His coach is amazing. He just doesn't do it for me as a fighter. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you like his gameplay? Do you think he's a great powerhouse? Will he help your roster? Maybe I'm wrong, because I very much have a specific playstyle style I like, and he is not it. So it could just be Mherex being Mherex, as people tend to say. Other than that, guys, though, thanks for watching, and good luck out there. Yeah, I just don't. I want to like him, but I just don't.